Putters are in, they're X out misprints, so I'm hoping we get a cool color. Blindly, I only saw the color, but I didn't get to see a misprint. That's kind of dope. This is pretty sick. This is the 5, by the way. And then I also got, oh, this is just as cool too, and this is swirly, holy cow. Okay, these are dope. So these are the 2 putters that I was talking about in my last vlog. Anytime either one of these touched my hand, they were in the basket each time. Personally, I like the 5 because it feels a lot better in my hand, but there's no bead to it. And I'm always used to putting with PA3s that have that bead. But this just feels so good in my hand. It's kind of thicker and just fits very comfortable in my hand. But I also like the Penrose because there's a micro bead on it, so it feels more familiar. Still thick in the hand, feels comfortable. And look at the swirl, it's swirly, misprint, and has a blue stamp. I'm not sure which one I like the best. But we can figure that out at Persimmon Ridge. My first tournament that I'm gonna record is this weekend. It's the Spring Sling at Persimmon Ridge. I'm gonna go up there, do a nice little practice round, and I guess just see which one of these I like the best. This course is beautiful. Disc golf and muffins, baby. Finally out here at Persimmon Ridge, who I'll be repping this season. #1 rated course in Arkansas, number 12th in the world. Absolute beast of a course. Par 66 on the gold layout, over 10,000 feet. I'm gonna throw a hole 1 and then I'm gonna show you guys the really cool thing about the course. 480 feet off the top of Persimmon Ridge, onto the course, where you then grind for the next 10,000 feet. Very difficult course, pro level course. To off the top, I'm gonna go forehand. I'm gonna go a little bit more stable, but this time like, put this on more Anheuser. There we go. It's a great way to start. Now this is the really cool thing about the course. They got golf carts, baby. I mean, come on, does this course get any more bougie? First shot was way off to the right, but look at this park job. Hands down the closest I've been on hole 1. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you guys every hole because I only have an iPhone and the battery lasts so long. But you guys subscribe, get some of that YouTube money rolling in. Your boy can have battery for days. Today is just a practice round for the tournament this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping score, but my main priority is staying in bounds. This is an absolute bomber course. OB is everywhere, and you will lose tons of strokes going out of bounds. So my main priority today, stay in bounds, get familiar with the disc. What disc am I gonna be using? Throwing a lot of Halo Destroyers, a lot of C-Line DD3s. These are longer tee pads too, so that's kind of an adjustment for me. Clean drives, staying in bounds, just enjoying the course. 584 feet. You wanna get around this nasty stuff in the middle, as far right as you can to see the basket, but the closer right you are, the more OB you are. So stock hyzer, staying in bounds. That's very safe. I didn't mess with the OB at all, so I'll probably have a blind approach. I'd say maybe 250 into the green. You can kind of see that you can play more aggressive towards this right side. That way you don't have a blind approach. But again, I'd rather have a blind approach than be OB. It's definitely more wide than it needed to be. Typically, I play this hole for a par anyways, because if I'm not inside 15 feet, I'm not running this basket at all. Because it's just a steep slope the whole way. You could easily take a double bogey, and I'm not trying to do that on hole 2, so. You can only imagine the amount of rollaways in a tournament on this hole. Another par 4, 675 feet. You've got OB running parallel down the fairway, cart path, and then a line. You can either go forehand out wide, in between the trees low, up over the top. Nice forehand out wide. And we have a helping left to right wind. That's all I want. Sometimes in the past I've messed up by trying to get extra distance with that forehand and it just turns over, goes OB. Not anymore. So this dead tree is a good aiming point for me. I'm a little bit past it, down the hill. That's not even the hard part. The hard part is trying to approach this green. It's tucked in this big old Christmas tree to the left. If you land inside of that, good luck even pitching out. It's so difficult. So I've got the straight shot down the middle or the big hyzer. I'm gonna play the straight shot, but I'm gonna see if I can get a hyzer there from this position. It's also protected by a wall of rocks. All right, now I want to try that hyzer play. We have a helping wind, so I just want to see if I can get there from here. No. Just an extra safe shot. Down the middle, it is. There's the death tree I was telling you about, and you can just see very protected, low ceiling, rocks and all that nonsense. This is another hole where if I get a par, I'm happy. I've got a birdie look, so I'm happy with that too, but bogey's pretty common on this hole. Feeling good. This is gonna be so difficult because I want to show you guys every single hole out here, but my phone will die. So I'm just gonna show you guys everything, and then when the video ends, you know, my phone died. Another par 4, 842 feet. The OB left this whole time. Right, once you get past the woods is just fair game, but you're very out of position. But that's kind of the mistake you want to make. That it's very common to throw a shot and it stall out and go OB left. So I'm going Kona Panis Emperor, just gonna try to mash it out there. Hopefully it turns over and stays turned. Get past it. That's pretty much the mistake I want to make. I just don't want to go left. Tilted terrain, I still have 489 feet to go to save par. We are in scramble mode now. All right, basket's literally right there, but a little off the fairway. My only real option to save par is grenade. A lot of grenade opportunities out on this course. It's gonna be a tough putt for par. Oh my gosh, dude. I mentioned that I switched putters and I was trying to decide if I like the Phi or the Penrose. Phi won, by the way. Most of you guys figured that out, but which is interesting because the PA3 has a bead. The Phi doesn't. It's more rounded. But dude, it feels so good in my hands. I also switched up my putting style. I was putting like an idiot before. I think I finally figured it out. So I will be doing a video on that. Be sure to check that out. Not many wooded shots out here. This and I think one more, the only wooded shots. Par 3, hole 5, 275 feet. Straight initially and then a hard right. So I'm going Draco. Maybe even get a little bit of a skip. Got it. You need to hit the gap because if you don't, scrambling can be difficult. Give me a skip. Ah. I hit it. There's also a tree right in the middle of the fairway. One of the most perfect placed trees on the course. Not the best attempt. Hole 6, just a stock hyzer. You just want to miss this tree and the tree long. Typically there's always a head one on this hole, so Halo Destroyer, keeping it low, playing the skip shot to the left. It's going left. It might get a big skip though. Oh, it just dug down. Then again, protected green. You get stuck behind any of those bushes, you gotta putt from a knee, and that's never really fun. Rollaways are pretty common. We're good. Oh my gosh, I forgot. They have a sweet store. Look at that. They've got a dope store inside with the view of the entire course. Tons of discs. I will show you guys that before my phone dies. For round 1, I'm gonna be playing safe for a few of these holes. This one included. So Orion straight, just trying to hit the gap. All I'm trying to do is walk away with a 4. For the final round, I'll be getting more aggressive. I'll probably disc up and go more of like a DD3 and try to hit the gap and go left. But all I'm trying to do right now, just hit the gap, throw a good shot. I mean, I hit my gap, but you don't really want to leak left. Again, if this is round 1, I'm completely happy. I can pitch up, take my par, walk away. The more aggressive shot, I want to be up there. Oh no. It's not that bad actually. You can see more of a difference though when you're more right. This is probably about 50 feet farther than where I'm trying to land, but you can see that's the gap I'm aiming for off the tee. OB just outside circle 1. I typically jump putt, but when I'm right at the edge, I think I am better off just standing still and then saving the jump putts for like the 40-45 feet. First par 5 on the course, 1,010 feet. You can see it way off in the distance. You've got cart path OB the whole way. You got nasty left. If you're gonna wanna miss your shot, you're gonna wanna miss left. You at least go in the woods. I was wanting to go for the eagle, but there's a headwind. I'm still gonna mash it, see where it goes. Just gave me a lift, no turn. That's the left I was talking about. Beefing up, Halo Destroyer. I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit lower, let the wind take it. That's a lot better. Prime landing spot, not really in the woods, still an open shot. All right, there's my first shot. Second shot's just a little bit farther, more in the fairway. All right, literally out here is the only time I'll use a rangefinder, but 457 to those trees, so it's probably about 500 more feet to the pin. Headwind downhill, might be able to get to like circle 2. Oh. Maybe on my next shot I'll get to circle 2. It's exactly why I dropped the upshot approach video the other day, is because so many times you'll end up in shots like this with 300 feet to the pin. Very important that you put it close. Right at the pin. Pretty easy par 5. It's when it's in that long position, the white position. That's when it gets a little bit more difficult. Probably should have said it was an easy hole after the putt. Even when it's cloudy and about to rain, it is still beautiful out here. Battery's getting low. I want to show just a few more of my favorite holes on the back 9, and then take you guys into the clubhouse and just show it off. This is just a cool shot because the very few wooded holes they have out here. They shot 250 feet uphill, tight gaps to hit. Nothing the Mako 3 can't handle. Oh! That's still a putt. I thought that was going in though. Of course, you got the basket up on the mound, which makes the putting that much more difficult. Okay, the final 2 holes out here at Persimmon Ridge, hands down the best 2 ending holes, simply because they're very difficult. Anything can happen, anywhere from a birdie to a triple bogey. So my plan on this is I hang it out wide with an overstable fairway driver. I try to end up right of the basket. That way I always have a putt. If you're short or left, just a death putt, guaranteed. That's in the circle. I just don't know where exactly. There's my drive, and then here's the death putt. I mean, I guess if you're gonna have a death putt, you might as well have a beautiful view. So this is what I'm talking about by great ending holes. Because what do? You lay it up, you run it, you got a guy on your tail, and wait until you see hole 18. Probably best case scenario. Now we're on to hole 18, where I've had the worst score in my entire career. Hole 18, par 4, 863 feet. I've taken a 12 on this. Basket is across the pond, elevated, and on a steep slope. OB water right the whole way. Cart path left is OB, and you've got 350 feet to clear before you're in bounds. Unless you're in first place with like a 4-stroke lead, hole can be difficult. There's a tailwind right now. Typically there's a headwind, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. Kona Panis Emperor and just try to get as far up the fairway as I can. And then from there, I make the decision whether or not to go for it. 380 feet to the pin from right here. You can either lay up, make your par a little bit easier, or go for it. Again, I have a tailwind right to left. Sets up best for the forehand, but that's a pump. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. It's an island, by the way. Forgot to mention that. So technically I didn't cross, and I'd only advance to the foot of the pond. And then you can see how the strokes start adding up. All right, now let's just say hypothetically, I'm in bounds. You've now got a sketchy uphill putt with the wind, and then everybody who just finished the tournament just sits up there at the top. You're staring at them while you're trying to make your putt. And that's what happens every time. Look at it. This hole is crazy. Let's go check out the shop. So we're at the clubhouse. Here's your view from 18. Staring at everybody miss their putts. Beautiful view of the whole course. Now we can check out the shop. Tons of plastic.
Yeah, you can sure pick some out.
They got everything in here. Don't worry, they have you guys' Discmania stuff. Infinite. West Side. Dynamic. We've got the Latitude. And really tiny shirts for anybody who needs one.
Started it, but I have my YouTube tag on there.
They've got a friendly little dog too. Hello.
Hello. Best things to happen.
All right, my battery's about to die. Peace.